Tonight you'll notice that between the candidates we've installed buffet-style sneeze guards on account of one of you works for patient zero.
SNL tackled yet another debate as it's cold open this week with simultaneous spoofs of the vice presidential debate and the movie The Fly. Maya Rudolph's Kamala Harris faced off against Bennett's Mike Pence, which touched on a lot of the same topics as the actual debate, including Harris's now viral quote, which was met with applause from the audience.
Mr. Vice President, I'm speaking. I'm speaking.
And the latest on coronavirus and Trump's COVID-19 diagnosis.
Mr. Vice President, my first question is for you.
Thank you.
The topic is coronavirus.
Damn it.
The cold open also unsurprisingly poked fun at the infamous fly that landed on Pence's head during the debate by referencing the 1980s sci-fi movie The Fly.
Looking real good, Mike. Keep it up.
Jim Carrey's Joe Biden transformed into said fly and slowly morphed into a Fly-Jeff Goldblum hybrid who starred in the 1980s film. Carrey's Biden was soon joined by cast member Kenan Thompson, who appeared as none other than Herman Cain, reincarnated as a fly.
If you're watching this at home, don't trust this white devil about that Rona.
The two continued to swarm about the head of Beckett's Pence as Rudolph's Harris laughed while watching and snacking on chips and guac. Elsewhere, the second week of SNL's 46th season features Bill Burr making his hosting debut, and the comedian caused quite a reaction during his opening monologue. When taking the stage, Burr addressed a variety of topics, including cancel culture, white women, and Pride Month. The comedian praised the audience for wearing masks to follow safety protocols amid the novel coronavirus pandemic. Though he said it makes him feel comfortable, he also said it doesn't bother him should anyone not wear a mask.
And if you don't wear a mask, that doesn't bug me either, right? Take out your grandparents. You know? Take out your weak cousin with the asthma. I don't care.
He added, if you're that dumb and you want to kill your own family members, by all means, do it. Later on, Burr turned his attention to white women who have, quote, hijacked the woke movement.
And then somehow, white women swung their Gucci-booted feet over the fence of oppression and stuck themselves at the front of the line.
At the end of his monologue, Burr discussed Pride Month, in which he asked if a month is a little too long for the celebrations.
That's a little long, don't you think? For a group of people that were never enslaved?
Burr's monologue drew both criticism and praise across social media, with some blasting Burr, such as one user writing, "How about you not pick hosts who say things like gays weren't enslaved, even if his joke is to point out black people suffered more?" While others praised the comic for telling the truth, with one user tweeting, "I love that Bill Burr made a perfect joke about white women making everything about us, and then a bunch of white women on Twitter lost their minds because they think it was a mean joke, thus proving his point." Sketches throughout the episode touched on performative activism, racism, the pandemic, and more, including a digital sketch where Bennett made fun of influencer celebrities making political videos.
Yes, yeah, I wanted to use my platform as an artist. I should take it down.
And an NFL talk show sketch in which Burr played a Chicago Bears-loving white correspondent who started pretending he watched the tragic news the night before instead of watching the game.
All I could watch was the news coverage of the ongoing protests and riots.
Oh, yeah, and that speech from his parents was truly heartbreaking.
Yeah, I mean, that was heartbreaking.
But the highlight of the episode had to be Kate McKinnon appearing at the Weekend Update desk as Dr. Wayne Winotis to give a second opinion on Trump's medical examination, but neither Colin Jost or McKinnon could keep it together and ended up breaking character.
Kate, are you okay?
I'm obviously not.
McKinnon then turned to the audience, as well as those watching at home, and shared how hard it is to grasp that we do not know what will happen with the ongoing pandemic or the upcoming election.
I'm sorry, you guys. It's such a crazy time, and this is something I started doing to cope.
For more on everything that went down on this week's SNL, head to THR.com. For the Hollywood Reporter News, I'm Neha Joy.